And girls are so annoyed by the fact that guys don't come up to them that like
They
exactly
hate
what
it.
you guys are saying. They're like, it's so annoying. What's happened with the culture where like guys don't walk up to you and say something?
But would it be different if a girl kept smiling at you and you're like, oh, okay, like you could tell she's interested?
Yeah, if I felt like I had it, if I had it in, then maybe you'd be more confident going up and speaking to him.
Yeah, like if I made eye contact a few times and I can see there's a vibe there, then it's like okay. But if I can't establish there's a little something beforehand, it's like it's a little.
Yeah, because I think that's when the girls get more pissed because they're like, we were making eye contact all night at a bar, and then he just like never came over, and then we left.
That's fair. That's fair.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll be looking at modern women showing us once again that responsibility is still their kryptonite. But before we start, give us a like and leave your comment. Your support helps this content keep growing. Let's begin.
Highest divorce rates? 2 women. Lowest divorce rates? 2 men. Highest rates of domestic violence? 2 women. Lowest rates of domestic violence? 2 men. 75 to 80% of divorces filed by women. Top reasons: boredom, unhappiness, no longer compatible. Highest rates for maltreatment of children? By women. Women consume social media at a far higher rate than men. Women are also 3 times more likely to deal with mental health issues than men. When you share these statistics, you are automatically labeled a misogynist pick-me who hates women, but fortunately, I care more about truth than being accepted by the sisterhood. I'm often not a girl's girl, I'm a woman's woman, which means taking radical responsibility and accountability for my own gender. And the truth is, we have a lot of work to do. But what has happened instead is not only my generation, but the generations of women before us just constantly blame and deflect everything on men. You'll hear them say, well, if the men were good, if the men were better, if the men were more masculine, then we would be better women. And that's an extremely entitled take to say that your virtue only relies on men in society. With that attitude, you will actually never attract the men that you claim to want in society. If you are living a debaucherous lifestyle as a woman, you cannot turn around and say, it's men's fault that I don't have anyone to marry. It's men's fault that the dating pool is messed up. No, it's your fault. The best thing that you can do in your life is just to say, everything is my fault, and start taking radical responsibility for your own life, instead of blaming and deflecting on everyone else.
It's funny because it's true.
These numbers are brutal. You would think women in a democracy would have more freedom and that it would be good for them. But in countries like Russia, which is socialist but more flexible with women, when women don't have to vote, don't have to work or juggle multiple jobs, their mental health is more stable. Even more so in countries where traditional values are still maintained. The numbers don't lie. 75 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Higher child abuse rates from women. Higher social media consumption. Triple the mental health problems. And when someone points it out, suddenly it's misogyny. And the point you make is the one that bothers them the most. More freedom, worse results. It's not an opinion, it's what the data shows.
Women.
They absolutely hate us. I've been saying that, but let's talk about this since you all think it's funny. Culture, a visual representation of how they see this as doing something to us or taking something from us. Her being labeled as easy. Why would it need to be hard? Why would you want it to be hard? The lining up trope, the nice guys finish last trope, all perfectly summed up in this disgusting meme. Reducing her to a prize, a conquest, instead of a human being with agency. Of course, we can't forget the body count shaming double standard. A woman's worthiness and her value decrease based on the amount of partners that she has, and that is never applicable to a man. Being hyper fixated on a woman's romantic history to find some way to shrug off the bad behavior of the man. Somehow she deserved to be cheated on because she's been in prior relationships with these men. I want to say a lot more about this, but it absolutely disgusts me and just confirms in my mind that a good majority of men just absolutely hate us.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
We don't hate you. We ignore you. That's the correct word. When a woman has standards, society celebrates it. She can choose the 666 man of the apocalypse, 6 feet tall, making 6 figures, and with a 6-pack. The perfect Chad. But you, as an accomplished man, with a good job, a life free of bad habits, focused on your business, and with a great future ahead for yourself and your children. You can't want a woman with a low body count. You're supposed to accept the girl who's been through more than 10 men and be grateful because she gave you a chance. Men don't like women who've been through everything. That's why we ignore you and let you crash into the wall.
Hey, you're doing this in front of the kids. Go for a drive. Stop. You need to stop right now. Your kids are staring at you. You cheated on me. Get in the car and go for a drive. You are going.
If I go for a drive, I'm hitting something full speed.
All right, you cannot do this in front of our kids. What the are you doing? I don't have an answer for you now. It's been 3 days.
You keep telling me no.
Because that's where I am right now. It's no. It will never happen as it is right now. There's no chance of now.
What is going to move it?
You know what? Do you ever think maybe there's sometimes you can't get answers right away? It has been.
I can't keep living like this. Look what it's doing to me.
You did this to yourself. You stuck with somebody. You're only doing this because you got caught.
No, I'm doing this because I'm devastated that I'm losing you.
That didn't stop you from somebody else. What are you talking about? I've been here the entire time. I've been trying for 3 months to spend time with you. But someone else was too important, Danae.
No, he wasn't too important.
It's not the timing.
My relationship was too fucking damn it.
Then how could why are you worried about losing me now after you cheat on me? What about all the times before that when you didn't give a There's a big difference. I had no clue. You had no problem ditching me on New Year's Eve to go do whatever the you were going to do. And I'm stuck here with the kids on New Year's Eve. You left this house so goddamn nonchalantly with no problem.
I was not nonchalant. I begged you to let me stay.
You wanted to stay so you had time to get ready before you went out. You were going to leave no matter what. I wanted to go to Chad's to the family. You told me you were going to leave no matter what. And you never came home. How is that not one?
Because I had to pay for a hotel room to go get ready to go to the party.
Because you did.
And I do you know how many nights plans because you made plans or that I could enjoy whatever it was.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The queen of drama. She cheats on him. He finds out, but somehow she's the victim. See why I tell you they hate taking responsibility? She has a man, a family, a home, but she doesn't care about sacrificing all of that just to sleep with Chad, the guy who brings nothing to the table. He uses her and dumps her. And now suddenly she wants her husband back. Now suddenly she doesn't want to lose him. Now suddenly her family is the most important thing. She's not suffering because of her family. She's suffering because she got caught. Look at the show she puts on in front of her kids. Look how she acts like a child. She doesn't want to take responsibility because responsibility is kryptonite to women.
Whatever happened to men going up to women? Whatever happened to it? We want that. Bring that back. Can we bring that back? Can we start a movement?
I need them to bring back the real niggas. When I say, I need my pussy waxed. I need my hair done. I need my fucking nails done. Sit in that shit. Sit in that shit. No problem.
Bring back men who beg. Bring back men who beg.
Can we please bring back the 90s men? Like the men who adored you for real. The men who really loved you. The men who begged for your love. Like the ones who cared about you for real. The ones who, it don't matter who around, they're going to show their love for you. Like, bring back the nice men. Bring back the respectful men. Bring back the men who don't feel like they have to be hoes.
When are men going to step up to the plate? Like, when are men going to be leaders and initiators? You know, like, bring back the manly man.
They say that this year for like 2016. Well, if it is, bring back the niggas from 2016. Because what is happening with these men from nowadays? They acting more sassier than ever. I never seen them act like this. Yo, us females are stronger than them. We know what we want more than them.
Oh, hell no!
They're desperate for the simps to come back, but men are not wasting time on them anymore. They're preparing themselves, going overseas to find their queen in countries where women are still taught how to take care of their man. Men don't want to deal with women who only see them as an ATM. Where are the real men? Right where you left the real women. The woman who was nurturing, who did acts of service, who took care of the home and her man. When you find that woman, men will come for you. Until then, enjoy the cat and the wine, because the wall shows no mercy.
Did you guys know that 44% of Gen Z men have never approached a woman in public, which is crazy, but also makes sense if you haven't been living under a rock. So if you're a man, a Gen Z or whoever, and you don't know how to approach a woman in public, this is for you. Don't know why it gets so complicated so quick, guys. Just keep it simple. It doesn't even have to be like this special thing unless you have like a genuine compliment you want to give her. If it doesn't seem like she's doing something like crazy important, just go up to her and be like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I saw you. I think you're beautiful and I would love to get to know you more, or here's my number. If she's immediately like standoffish, rude, or says she has a boyfriend, just say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for interrupting you. I hope you have a great day. And guess what? If a woman is mean to you right off the bat when you give her a genuine compliment, you don't want to be with her anyways. And two, I think the key in all this is we are going to be pretty guarded from the get-go though, to try to suss out the situation. But you can like read her and see that she has a positive response. I think you have the green light. And like the key in all of it is keep the convo super short, especially if she's with other people. And then like don't linger, because then that's just like creepy. That's creepy if anyone lingers. If a girl is lingering by you and you're like, why are you in my space? I don't know what it is, but recently I've kind of just had this like fuck it mindset with like dating and meeting people. And that's why I'm on dating apps like Cuffed and meeting new people, because it's just fun. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this topic, but this is just mine. So yeah. Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in, he won't look at anyone. Literally no one is approachable anymore. No one looks at each other. Everyone's heads down and no one's smiling or just seems happy. Literally no one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street that does not want to be bothered and ask him if he is single? I feel like I give off the most approachable vibes. I'm always smiling, looking pleasant, not looking at my phone. I don't wear my headphones. Literally never once. I've never been approached. Fucking get this. I was talking to a guy I matched with on Cuffed. We were talking on the phone, had the fucking best conversation ever. Ghost me. He literally ghosted me. Just now, if you have like a really good phone call with a guy you matched with on a dating app like Raya, Cuffed, Tinder, or whatever, I guess you just ghost them immediately. It's funny though, like on the phone when we were talking, I asked him if he like ever approaches a girl at a bar or in the street, and he was like, no, God, no. So I guess maybe that was just a red flag. That men forget that they literally have the power in the situation. So that's why everyone's single.
They're desperate. Don't be surprised when you start seeing movements of women trying to get closer to men again, because more and more men are choosing to focus on their own path in life. And look at what's interesting about all this. Men today are climbing the economic ladder fast, traveling more, doing more business. That tells you they found a balance where they're no longer focused on women, but on their own finances. Meanwhile, women are begging for the men of the past to come back.
And do you have any children?
I do.
How many?
I have 6.
What's your name?
Inishe.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 33.
So we do have 2 balloons left on Popped. Go ahead and ask our 2 remaining guys a question.
What is something that you look for in a woman?
I'm Keith, 36. I look for goofy. You the razzle to my dazzle. I like goofy, smart, spontaneous, someone who is just someone who I can go out and have a good time with. Someone you could be yourself unapologetically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions here?
Do you have any children?
I do.
Okay. How many?
I have 6.
6 kids?
Mhm.
For real, you being goofy.
No, I'm serious.
For real?
At minimum, you must be living off government assistance. Because let's be honest, you're not looking for a man. You're looking for the Lord's greatest warrior. Because only a warrior of 1,000 battles would step into that situation. 33 years old and 6 kids. Just imagine that woman's history. I guess there was no internet in her house to keep her entertained with something other than going out with chats. And then they tell men not to care about how many men a woman has been with. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. How many children from another man would you be willing to accept? Or is it a hard no from the start? Do you think a woman with a high body count can stay faithful in a serious relationship? Or is the pattern already set? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.